If you want to learn the best ways to build a profitable personal brand on Instagram in 2021, stick around, because in this video we are talking about personal branding and how to use some very specific methods to grow your business and your income. Let's get into it. Hi friend, welcome back to my channel for content creators and entrepreneurs. I am Shana Yurko and I'm stoked to talk about all things personal branding and how to use it to make you money. So before we dive in, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and let's talk about some personal branding basics. We are going to cover what a personal brand is, why you want to create one, and then how to do it. Then we will jump into how to use these methods to grow your income and your business. Okay, here we go. Personal branding 101. What's a personal brand? Influencer Marketing Hub defines a personal brand as this. Get ready, it's a long one. Your personal brand is how you promote yourself and how you differentiate yourself from other people. It includes the unique combination of skills, experience, and personality that you want the world to see. It's the telling of your story and how it reflects your conduct, your behavior, your spoken and unspoken words. Whew, there's a definition for you. Simply put, your personal brand on Instagram is the way you present yourself to current and potential customers. It's the overall vibe and the messaging of your content and your profile. And when you're a business owner, your personal brand is your personality and your business lumped together. It's what your followers think of when your name gets mentioned. And it's what your followers connect with when they follow you on Instagram. Building your personal brand happens naturally when you show up as the face of your business. Yes, that means including photos and videos of yourself on Instagram. We'll get more into that here in a minute. But first, why should you build a personal brand on Instagram? What's the benefit if you are a business or a brand? And ultimately your goal is to sell something on Instagram, not just about like becoming an influencer. Although building a personal brand is an excellent way for influencers to make money with their profiles. But here's why personal branding is important for small businesses. In 2021, the natural behavior of Instagram users is to follow people, not businesses. The more human that you can make your account, the better it's going to perform in the algorithm. And if you spend all your time on Instagram promoting your products and services and never revealing anything about yourself personally, it really creates a disconnect between your followers and your content. There's no human aspect for them to connect with. People will get bored and feel uninspired. But when you show up as the face of your brand on Instagram, something falls into place with the storytelling aspect of your account. It immediately gives your followers and potential new followers something to connect with when they discover your business. This connection to your personal brand is what will ultimately make followers convert into customers. And if you have a business and you never show yourself as the face of it, you're really missing out on a big chunk of income. This is why it's important for business owners to build a personal brand on Instagram. So how do you do this? How do you build a personal brand on Instagram in 2021? The first thing you need to understand is that every piece of content you're putting out there and that you post is already building your personal brand. Every time you show your face, it's like you're adding a block to your personal brand tower. You're building a personal brand identity with every piece of content you post on Instagram. So your first tip for building a personal brand on Instagram is to have focused content. The way to create focused content is by establishing some guidelines and defining your personal brand first before you start posting. Your personal brand guidelines may change and shift as time goes on and you develop it more and you develop certain nuances, but starting out, you really want to outline these guidelines so that you have a place to start from and so that everything can be cohesive. So establish these guidelines and define your personal brand first. I'd recommend making a personal brand guideline sheet that you can refer back to when you're starting out. A personal brand guideline sheet should list all those guidelines in one place, and then you can use it to easily make sure that your content is all building your brand in the direction that you want it to go. Building that tower of blocks higher and more focused instead of like branching it out and making it wide and full of unrelated topics. So to help you jumpstart your personal brand, I did make you a free personal brand sheet template. You can download it at the link below. It has some really easy questions to get you started defining your personal brand and brainstorming and setting some guidelines. So grab that as soon as this video is over and you can start building your personal brand. So that's tip one, create focused content. The next piece of building your personal brand is to post photos and videos of yourself. Do me a favor. Tell me in the comments, do you post photos or videos of yourself? And why or why not? I am genuinely curious about what you are doing when it comes to building your personal brand. Truly, when you are using content to build your brand on Instagram, you need to understand that anytime you do post a photo of yourself or a video of yourself, these build your personal brand naturally by basically showing, hey, I'm the face of my business, I am the person behind the curtain. And when you post photos of yourself, you can actually make them into valuable pieces of content by sharing valuable information in the captions. You can even use a photo of yourself first and then include like text-based photos in the rest of a carousel post. Now, if you don't know what I mean by a carousel post, check out this video here, open it up like in a new tab and watch it when you're done with this video. It'll tell you all about how to create save and share worthy posts that are carousel posts on Instagram. The point here is that when you post photos of yourself, as a business owner, they should not be all about your personal story. You also want to make sure you're posting content that positions you as an expert and as an authority in your niche. Your captions don't have to go with the photo that you post. You don't have to be like, I'm walking out on a beach and I'm throwing my hat because it's beautiful. No, your captions don't have to go with the photo you post. You want to use your photos to grab people's attention, and you want to use that first line of your caption to grab people's attention as well. I post tips and tricks all the time with photos of myself. And this is because that photos of people, specifically that show your eyeballs, are really good at grabbing attention. So I get people's attention with the photo and with the first line of my caption. So consider rotating more photos and videos featuring yourself into your authority building content. You can check out one of these videos here to learn more about making content that establishes you as an authority in your niche. In addition to these authority building posts, you also do want to post about yourself and about your personal story. Talk about your experience, your perspective, and always make it relevant to your ideal customer. In these posts, you want to speak in first person, use I and me. This shows people that there's a real human behind your Instagram. It's not talking about you in third person. You can share these personal stories in your captions with a photo or through your video content that you post. Check out this video here if you want to get started making videos on Instagram. But basically, you can use stories, IGTV videos, reels, live video, and videos that you post to your feed. And every time you show up as the face of your business, either to share personal stories or to share valuable tips, this builds your personal brand because it shows you as the face of your business. It shows that you are the person behind the curtain. That's tip number 2. Tip 3 is to tell stories. This is one of the most effective ways to build a personal brand. Tell stories that shaped you personally. Tell stories that shaped you professionally. Tell stories about clients that you have worked with. Tell stories about you and your family. And always link your stories back to your ideal customer. The way that you do this is you can talk about a desired outcome they're chasing and tell a story that's related to that outcome. Or connect your stories to a goal or a milestone that your followers are trying to reach. Talk about the transformation they're trying to achieve. Talk about some mindset blocks that are keeping them from reaching their goals. All of these examples are ways for you to build your personal brand in a way that makes you relatable and also empowers your audience. A successful personal brand does just that. It reveals a business owner's personality and makes them relatable. But ultimately, the most successful Instagram content will always, always, always empower the consumer. It is not focused on the business owner, okay? This is why when you tell stories, you relate them back to your ideal customers. Tip number 4 to build a personal brand on Instagram is to use a consistent tone and personality in all of your posts. This includes your informational posts and your authority establishing posts too. It doesn't just apply to your personal story posts. The reason you want to use a consistent tone and personality across the board, you want to create a recognized voice. You want to sound like yourself when you post and when you speak in your videos. So that includes captions, that includes photos, that includes videos. This is how you get people to resonate with the content that you post. You want them to be able to recognize when it's you that's speaking. So in your personal brand sheet, make sure that you outline what you want your tone of voice to be. How do you want to be perceived by people that find you on Instagram? And outline any of your personality traits that you want to come across in your content as well. Use consistent tone and personality in your posts. Tip 5 for building a personal brand on Instagram is to find a role model. Find someone who has built a personal brand that you admire and See what they do successfully. Some of my favorites that I look up to are Lizzie Pierce, Jam Gamble, Sabrina Phillip, Vanessa Lau, Jasmine Star, Sunny Lenarduzzi. So find your personal brand role models and look at what they do and what they post. Then think about how you can take some of their methods and apply them to building your own personal brand. Now, this tip to find a role model can backfire on you if you don't follow it right, because it's really easy to play the comparison game when you follow people you really admire who are much farther along in their journey than you are. But you cannot compare your day 1 to their day 4,000. I can't remember where I heard that phrase first, but I totally want to make a sign with that phrase on it and hang it up on my wall. So remember, when you are analyzing your role models who've created amazing personal brands, just use them as inspiration. Don't use them as a way to put yourself down or to play the comparison game. Tip 6 is to be authentic. Don't copy people, be original, and create a personal brand that reflects your actual life. The last thing that you want to do is build a phony personal brand that looks nothing like your actual life. Don't pretend to be richer than you are. Don't pretend to have more or less than you do. Don't pretend to have experienced things that you haven't experienced. This is not authentic, and it will make it really hard for you to represent yourself well on social media. Audiences pick up on inauthenticity real quick, and your ideal customers will vibe with the real you. You just have to let that real you show through your content. Focus on the qualities of your life that you do want to emphasize, that you do want to talk about. You don't have to share every little aspect about yourself and your life in order to have a successful and profitable personal brand. You get to choose what you reveal and what you don't reveal, but you do have to make sure it's truthful and honest. So those are 6 tips to build your personal brand. Let's talk about how to use these methods to grow your business and your income. Creating content in the way that we've talked about today helps people to get to know the human behind your business. That's you. It makes them identify with you as a person. And when you post content that helps people with something, or that they relate to, or that entertains them, it makes them like you, it makes them trust you. Your social media presence warms up your audience to the idea of you and your business. And your personal brand gets people in the door and makes them more likely to buy from you. Having a strong personal brand is what allows you to post sales posts once in a while and get huge results from that one post. And don't forget that your personal brand will be consistent across all platforms. The same vibe should transcend across your entire marketing strategy. Your personal brand comes out in your emails, your ads, on your YouTube channel, on your Facebook page. If you are consistent across the board, you will build a profitable personal brand that increases your income because it gets people to know, like, and trust you, which makes them excited to buy from you. Don't forget to download your free brand sheet template so that you can start building a powerful personal brand. And if you like this video, hit the subscribe button and that bell so that you don't miss a single video. You can check out one of these videos here to learn how to start standing out online with your social media and your videos, and how to market your business like a boss. Thanks for hanging with me, and I will catch you in the next video.